As I do every day, I go online, try to find stories to bring to you guys. Stories of what's going on in America and what's going on in this great country. Stories of good people. Also, scroll through your emails and try to do some of the stories that you guys send me. But most of the stories I do, probably 60%, are things that I find on my own. And I would say lately I've been getting more stuff from you guys. So historically, it was probably 90% of the stuff I did was stories that I did on my own. But lately, I've been doing more of the stories that you guys been sending me. But I still scour the globe, the continental U.S., for stories. And I was scrolling through St. Louis today, which is just a very, 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 very dangerous city. And I was looking through the stories they had, and I noticed that they had a story about this guy McCloskey, the attorney whose gated community was overrun by Black Lives Matter protesters last year, and they came onto his property and started harassing him and his wife. So they went in the house and got guns and told him to get off my lawn. Basically said, man, get off of my lawn. And now he's a racist. Him and his wife are racist. They've been indicted. They were arrested. Their guns were confiscated by federal agents. Now he's running for Senate. And that's the big story. And they show a picture of him with a gun. When 99% of the gun violence in this very violent city of St. Louis is perpetrated by Wakandans. And 99% of the victims of gun violence in this very dangerous major U.S. city are Wakandans. And the mayor and the DA of this very dangerous city are Wakandans. The city council is predominantly Wakandan.
And good evening to you all. Thanks for joining us. I'm Vanessa Rufus. Tomorrow will mark day 4 in the search for an armed and dangerous fugitive. Authorities say 27-year-old Tyler Terry is wanted for a killing in York County and 2 other Chester County shootings all this month. And new today, authorities are linking Terry and his alleged accomplice, Adrian Simpson, to a pair of murders in Missouri.
Somebody call Cynthia G, man. Who they choose, man. Who they really choose series, man. Brother went upside her head too, man. Look, man.
And new today, authorities are linking Terry and his alleged accomplice, Adrian Simpson, to a pair of murders in Missouri. Deputies arrested Simpson Monday night, and she remains in custody after a high-speed chase during which Terry fired shots at deputies from the passenger side of the car that she was driving. Terry remains on the loose tonight. He was last spotted at a local business in Richburg, South Carolina, just off Highway 9. Deputies releasing this surveillance video of that sighting. Now we want to get out live to WCNC Charlotte's Brianna Harper. And Bree, you spoke to a law enforcement expert about how these manhunt situations work. So what did you learn?
Well, Vanessa, that expert says in situations like this, when someone's on the run, armed and dangerous, it's so important that they put all resources on deck in hopes of finding that person before they have a chance to commit yet another crime. You've seen the photo over and over of Tyler Terry, but so
we've seen the photo over and over. You mean there's a guy who's been running around killing people, white people? I thought this was a racist, white supremacist country. A black guy been running around killing white people for the last 4 days. I ain't seen his face. This ain't even the lead in the St. Louis. This ain't even the lead in St. Louis. The lead is about that white guy who home was overrun by hundreds of Black Lives Matter protesters yelling threats and harmful sentiments towards him and his wife. They went and got some guns and didn't fire one shot. Last year, that was the lead in St. Louis. I ain't seen this dude picture nowhere.
you've seen the photo over and over of Tyler Terry, but so far no definite in-person sighting of him in days. There have been reports of him possibly spotted in Rock Hill, and then there's this surveillance video of him at a business in Chester just after 9 o'clock last night.
He spends about 10 minutes in the truck, like I said, getting the supplies and finding stuff.
That's also where police say he stole a loaded gun and this electric car, but didn't get far in it. It's technology like this helping police organize yet another search perimeter in the area.
Set up units on that perimeter along roadways, creek beds, anything that would be a natural lane of travel for somebody that's trying to get out of an area.
Experts say eyes in the sky and canines on the ground can also help track a suspect on the move.
A canine that is using air scent, the scent's always there. Your body is shedding over 500,000 skin cells every hour.
And even at night, the search can still continue in other ways.
Using forward-looking infrared devices from helicopters that will...
Is this what you niggas was talking about in slave patrols? The police originated as the slave patrol. Are they hunting this runaway slave, or are they hunting the guy that's going around killing white people? Which is not being told in this story. Conveniently omitted. But
units on that perimeter along roadways, creek beds, anything that would be a natural lane of travel for somebody that's trying to get out of an area.
Experts say eyes in the sky and canines on the ground can also help track a suspect on the move.
A canine that is using air scent, the scent's always there. Your body is shedding over 500,000 skin cells every hour.
And even at night, the search can still continue in other ways.
Using forward-looking infrared devices from helicopters that will identify heat signatures.
But as days go by, desperation for both law enforcement and the suspect grows.
The likelihood that he's still there is probably pretty low, but you can't leave anything to chance.
Life is rough, man. People make bad choices, but hopefully they find him, let justice do its thing.
And a $1,000 reward is now up for grabs for anyone who has information that could help lead to Terry's arrest. The sheriff's office also warns anyone who's convicted of helping Terry evade police could face up to 15 years in prison. We're live tonight in Chester County. Brianna Harper.
Right now, a manhunt in South Carolina is well into its 4th day as police search for a man they consider to be armed and dangerous. And charges, they are quickly stacking up against the suspect this afternoon. Tyler Terry, accused of murder and attempted murder in South Carolina. He's been on the run since Monday after firing at Chester County deputies during a car chase, allegedly. Now investigators have linked him to 2 more deaths in Missouri. Terry's wanted there for a shooting in St. Louis that happened last week. WCNC Charlotte's Billie Jean Shaw now live for us near Fort Lawn in Chester County. And Billie Jean, this guy's been on the run for 4 days now. Police have got to think that he's getting some sort of help from somebody.
That's the big question, Ben. Well, I just asked detectives if they believe that Tyler Terry is being helped. They say no. They have no evidence that will make them believe that Tyler Terry is getting help escaping from law enforcement. They believe he is doing this all on his own. I want to
Dorn 2.0, man. Christopher Dorner 2.0. Giving them police hell, man. His brother out here giving these police hell in multiple states.
enforcement. They believe he is doing this all on his own. I want to show you how widespread this investigation is at this moment. At this manhunt right now has expanded all the way down Highway 9 in Fort Lawn. There's a heavy law enforcement presence right here near the Chester County Recycling Center. We are about a mile or so away from the staging area near Louisville High School, where we spoke to you at 11:30. Multiple agencies, guys, are assisting with this manhunt. We just got word from agents from Charlotte FBI. They're out here. SLED, that's state police from South Carolina. Multiple agencies from York, Chester, Fort Lawn, Richburg. They are also on the ground searching for Terry. I want to show you this picture of Tyler Terry. It's important that you see his face. The 26-year-old murder suspect was last spotted in Fort Lawn Wednesday night around 9:20. Now, we also have this surveillance footage from Carolina Earth Movers off Highway 9. It shows Terry casually walking around the property. An employee says Terry stole drinks, paper towels, a pair of Crocs, a work shirt, and a gun. He also drove a utility truck off the property and then ditched it near I-77. The employee tells WCNC Charlotte the truck only went about 15 miles per hour, and they believe that Terry realized that was not a good idea to try to get on the interstate with that truck. Now, the Chester County DA warns if anyone is helping Tyler Terry escape, you could face more than 15 years in prison. He was last seen wearing a Burns Auto shirt, dark blue, with the name tag David on it. He had on brown or black pants and then a pair of Crocs. It also appears in that surveillance video that he may have pulled his hair back or even cut his hair. So that's something to keep your eye out for as well. There are a lot of homes in this area. If you turn around, I did see law enforcement officers go and knock on this home right behind me, talking to a woman with a child. We don't have any information about what they asked her, but they did allow her to go back in her home. But if you do live out here in this area, police are asking that you lock your doors. If you see anything suspicious, hear anything suspicious, call 911 immediately.
Lock your door. It's a peaceful protest, man. It's a one-man protest.
And we know that there was a lot to keep track of with this crime spree. The suspects have led authorities on a trail this month, spanning multiple states. So here's a closer look at all that's happened. A closer look tonight at this timeline of terror. The crime spree started Sunday, May 2nd, in York, South Carolina. That's where Terry allegedly shot and killed Thomas Harden.
Thomas Harden. Thomas Harden looks to be a trans person. Okay, so he killed the brother. Biological brother.
The crime spree started Sunday, May 2nd, in York, South Carolina. That's where Terry allegedly shot and killed Thomas Harden. He's charged with murder in that case. Adrian Simpson is charged with accessory after the fact, and that same day, Simpson's husband, Eugene, went missing. Also that day, Chester police say Terry was involved in two separate shootings, one on Ehrlich Street and another at the Taco Bell on J.A. Cochran Bypass.
So maybe the brother did black the girl's eye. Maybe it was her husband that blacked her eye. And that got something to do with Tyler that came through. I don't know, man. So we got two black folk dead. Black on black crime nobody cares about. So it's normal. This is normal. No one cares about black on black crime.
Adrian Simpson is charged with accessory after the fact, and that same day, Simpson's husband, Eugene, went missing. Also that day, Chester police say Terry was involved in two separate shootings, one on Ehrlich Street and another at the Taco Bell on J.A. Cochran Bypass. He's facing attempted murder charges for those. Fast forward to Saturday, May 15th in St. Louis County, Missouri. That's where Terry and Simpson are wanted for two deadly shootings. The first happened around 10:50 p.m. A husband and wife shot while driving. One of them, 71-year-old Barbara Goodkin, died.
So they just killed, this woman driving with her husband, and they just shot. God, dog. And we supposed to live in a racist country. White supremacy. If this was white supremacy, man, I mean, this brother would hang from the highest tree they could find. There would be retaliation. No black person in this country would be safe. If we was living, the country was the way these people claim it is, no one would be safe. You know what I mean? One of y'all done went and shot one of our grandmas while she was driving and shot the husband, but the husband survived. They just driving down the street. Oh, nah, one of y'all gotta go.
Fast forward to Saturday, May 15th in St. Louis County, Missouri. That's where Terry and Simpson are wanted for 2 deadly shootings. The first happened around 10:50 p.m. A husband and wife shot while driving. One of them, 71-year-old Barbara Goodkin, died. About an hour later, shots were fired in a parking lot, leaving Dr. Sergei Zakharev dead. 2 days later, the crime spree returned to Chester County, South Carolina. Deputies say Terry shot at them Monday night after a police chase. Simpson was arrested. But yesterday, another twist. The body of her husband, Eugene, was found in Great Falls, also in Chester County. At this time, authorities are investigating if Terry or Adrian Simpson were involved.